I've known Kyle for a while. We've worked on several projects together in the past. We sort of had the chance to flesh out, working on this together at the Blue Ocean Film Festival. That's also where I got to know Michael Ormiston, the director of photography of the film, a lot better.
We were just goofing around, and he needed a cinematographer for his film.
And he was telling me about the film, and I was thinking, what a pain it's going to be to produce.
And I think it freaked him out at the time just because of all the stuff that was involved with it. The idea that it was going to be a period piece. We were going to have a kid actor. We were going to need to have a location that we could, completely redesign.
This was a student production, but we still tried to keep a professional vibe going on set.
You don't want people to realize it's a student film. When talking to people, who own locations, trying to get, catering and secure contracts for all different things, when it's just a student project or a student film, they seem to kind of look a little bit less on it.
Kyle really had to set the project up with a great deal of organization that really helped us to keep things together.
We began to realize how big of a production this was going to be and how it was going to be a unique opportunity.
When we first talked, we agreed that we were going to do it for $10,000.
This particular film is a period piece, and I don't know that video or an HD format would really be appropriate for this story.
We wanted it to feel a certain way, we wanted it to look a certain way, and that's ultimately why we chose to shoot 35mm film.
If it weren't for the grants that we were able to get from Photochem and the film that was provided by Kodak, we probably would not have been able to afford it. We went from $10,000 to roughly $18,000, which is our final budget.
So for Inkblots, we shot on a Panaflex G2. I really wanted to have this warm, inviting feeling. On average, we'd probably spend an hour and a half lighting a scene, and then in between each shot in that scene, it'd probably take anywhere from 15 to 25 minutes to get that shot off.
Working with the actors has been a huge pleasure. They've all been great. They all wanted to work on the project right from the very beginning. The characters themselves in the film are Inkblots. They all see each other a different way. And I thought that was just a really interesting way to sort of set up a character relationship. And
it was a little bit of a challenging role for me, which I liked, that, I'm not really quite that old. All of a sudden I have a 9-year-old son. And so I liked being able to sort of stretch myself, I guess, a little bit to try and actually be a different character. If a script moves me that much, I just know that I want to work on it.
I'd have to say it's one of the most organized and very, actually, fun in general films that I've done.
Got ya.
Most of the sets were in the house, and it was like a bomb shelter.
The first thing that interested me was the director's enthusiasm for it. And it's very impressive to see a young person have that much care about what they're doing. It was a good story, well told, and I was looking forward to playing it.
And their enthusiasm for wanting to learn and become the characters, and we just sort of bounce off each other to really breathe life into these characters.
She goes through the process of kind of wallowing in sort of self-pity and just trying to put things back together, and eventually sort of realizes that in order to be happy she needs to adapt.
His imagination is not imagination, it's real. It's real to him. And he does things very impulsively, so that's how we're similar.
What I really loved about it was the interaction with the child. As far as my character, I understood the frustration in it when you really want something, you believe in it, and it's not going to happen, and you can't convince other people that, that this is the way it has to be.
Certainly the first day I was pretty astonished that it was a really professional set and that everyone there was just giving it their all and was very well organized, and it was a large crew.
And I've done over 40 films for Savannah College of Art and Design, so this was not a new experience for me at all. And I find out it was certainly one of the easiest crews to work with, one of the best. When I see a crew tripping over each other to help, I know there's something good going on.
It's the first time on a film shoot that in my entire life where I came to trust everyone, just without thought.
An amazing crew and a lot of awesome kids with an immense amount of talent.
We had the best we have here at the school working on this film, And I really believe that it was people like that who made this film possible.
There's visual effects and there's sound and there's the production design that went on before the film that just as much as with the on-set crew, there's just been so many people that have helped to put this film together.
And we really became sort of a family. It was like we never really finished, when we were done for the day. It was ongoing. And it's not to say that didn't take its toll. Me and Jason got crazier as the shoot went on.
Every day after we finished shooting, there was always more work to do. It was never technically a wrap.
Looking at what happened after hours, we would wrap and everyone would go home, the crew. But me and Jason would spend the next, 6 or 7 hours cleaning the house, which is the set, cleaning the set, getting it ready for the next day, doing just, like housekeeping activities, making sure it was clean, going out and, getting, food and water, so the crew would have for the next morning.
I guess some of the challenges associated with the project are sort of the ones that were external, the things we couldn't control, weather, here and there. We had a flood.
Right now we're going to rescue/pick up some people whose vehicles can't handle the little bit of flooding that happens because of the tides.
And we've taken some risks along the way, but we've done it because we've all believed in the project. We've done it because we see this going somewhere.
I have high hopes for Inkblots. From the beginning, I really enjoyed the script and the story. I've had a great time working with everyone. I think it was the best shooting experience I've had. I think it has all the pieces and a lot of sharp minds behind the project.
We made the best use of our time, and it was just really a joy to work with everyone.
If people feel the same way about it as I do, I think it's going to be well received. I think it's it's a win-win deal.
Thank you.
Even though it is my vision, there's way too many people that put so much work in this that it's our film. It really is, and I firmly believe that this is our movie.
We just kept everything a step above, and I think that was what really made it more professional. Everyone was more than happy to be there. Everyone still collaborates after the project.
And it's really, really remarkable to me to look back and be like, wow, we made this. 12-minute film has been a year's worth of work in the making. What's important is to realize that hard work really does pay off. And I think with this production it certainly has. And I'm excited to see where it goes.